Welcome to Atticon Plays Railroad Tycoon 2 Platinum.
Wow, another great job in Central Europe. You've become quite the talk of the town. Now it's back into the trenches, as France is in desperate need of your talents.
Alright, hi, this is Atticon, and welcome to Series 1, Episode 10 of our playthrough of Railroad Tycoon 2 Platinum, the, what do they call it? Classic campaign, that's it. We're going to do this one called Next Stop, the 20th Century, and it's all about industry profit. And we have the three-truck Shay, no thanks.
How old I already am? Get going.
We have, this one is okay. We could get like a little money at the start's always a little, it can be helpful. This one would help to reduce the cost of buying into other territory. Really minor help though. This one, great. We get a great manager who gives us a speed bonus, and we get another speed bonus. So we'll have a 25% faster engine speed.
From the tranquil agricultural settings in the Bordeaux to the intensifying industrialization in the cities, France's underperforming hodgepodge of rails is a source of economic irritation and national shame. Ironically, France's nationalism cup runneth over. It's national and industrial power that France wants from you and your rail building. While we're here, I think I'll partake of some of that fine cuisine. Where can I get me some of them French fries?
In the mid-1800s, France is suffering from revolt and social unrest. Lead a revival of the French spirit and expand her industrial might by controlling as many European industries as you can. Be careful in selecting only those industries which are showing signs of prosperity. To win the bronze, you must have total industry investments of at least $10 million by the end of 1885. For the silver, you must also have at least 1 year of industry profits in excess of $1 million. And for the gold, you must have both of these by 1875. Let me read that silver again for you. For the silver, you must also have at least 1 year of industry profits in excess of $1 million. Now, we've seen how hard that can be, but we're going to figure out how to make that happen. All right, so let's take a look around and see what we've got to work with. So we're here in France, and that's the only place we can build. So I've tried to build it over here in England, no go. Up here, nothing. Down here, yep, we can do it. Okay, and we start with some track already laid. We've got a couple of bridges and a track running through Paris, coming down here to Le Mans. And then there's a turn, odd turn that goes out through here. So, and we've also got down here, there's a little track and a bridge connecting Nantes and Rennes. And yes, I'm going to butcher all these names. That's just the way we say them on this channel. Okay, so we want to have an incredible amount of industry profit, $1 million a year annual profit of $1 million. Industry, the way that this game does its accounting, is very difficult. But there are a couple of key things that we'll get to in a little bit that will make that work for us, and how we can do that. But the first thing we need is an economic engine. We need something that we can rely on for income that's going to fund all of our efforts and pay for all the incredible debt we're about to get into, because of course I'm going to be highly leveraged. See, in fact, to that end, we'll buy some stock on margin. We'll see, we got Crampton, we got our 15% bonus from the beginning. Now we got 10 more, 25%. Beautiful. We'll go to finances, see if we can issue a bond. Sure we can. But we can't issue another one. We can't issue stock. This isn't something I typically do, but the stock doesn't matter in this. We don't have any goals to, buy everybody out or be the richest person or any of that stuff. So we're going to buy stock because that's money that's sitting there for us. And we're going to go in and change our dividend so that we're not leaking out some cash to our shareholders. At least not yet. Probably never. And let's see. And I do wanted to thank Ankit and then Daguerro and then Johnny for pointing out that if if you remember in that knitting with iron thing where we were trying to unite Germany, I had that little territory and I just could not figure out what it was. Well, dummy. Right down here, if you look right down here, as I scroll over this, the names of all the territories pop up down there. Duh. So this is England over here. This is us, France. And you can see that's the only rights we have. And just so we'll know, England would cost us very little to get into. Italy, quite a bit more. Russia, a lot. See what else? Oh, we might care about like Belgium. I think we're right next to Belgium. That's not bad. And the Netherlands, not bad. Okay, so this is Luxembourg. This is Belgium. That's the Netherlands. What about Luxembourg? Do we look at it? Just to know what's going on. Almost nothing. So we can get into these. So we can expand out this way pretty easily. And what's that one right there? Switzerland is not too bad. So we can expand if we need to, but we're going to focus on France first and maybe totally. So strategy-wise, passenger mail. We've got a great town here in Paris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 12 houses here. That's 6 passengers and 2 mail a year from Paris. That's good. And then we go up here and we can see over here, this is Belgium as we saw, but we've got this Antwerp, Brussels area. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're actually bigger than Paris if you put those two together. So if we were to put a station, see, we can't build here because we haven't made access yet, but we could put a station pretty much, look at that. We could get every town out there, or every house except, looks like maybe 1 or 2 up here. So let's just do this. If we put a large station back in here, see, we're going to miss 2 houses. We're going to miss that house right there and that house right there, but that's fine. We're just going to do that. We're going to put a large station right there. I won't give it anything yet. And then we're going to expand into a large station here in Paris so that we're picking up all those houses. That small one was barely scraping by with just a few houses. So now we've got 3 industries. We've got tool and die and meat packing and textiles. And we got, for right now, what we're really after all those houses. Now we got to make sure we can connect this. We're going to stay with the cheap bridge and single track. There we go. So that we can make sure we can get that connection. And see, we've got 336 left, but the bridges are incredibly expensive. We go to this. Watch how much just to build the bridge. It's $200,000, and that's just for a single track bridge. So we'll have to get by with these for now. And we've got one. It's interesting. We have one train sitting down here doing nothing. So we're going to take that train and tell it to. Now let's just do our mail configuration like we were doing before. 3 mail to 1, or 3 passengers to 1 mail. That's kind of the ratio. You got to be half full to run, and you're going to go to Brussels and do the same thing. Half full. And let's buy another train and start it at the other end. Started at Brussels. Now we've got a couple of trains going between those two. We still got 258 left. If we put a medium station in Le Mans, I think we could, let's see, pick up, we pick up everything, all the houses and the steel mill. And not only that, but we leave a little room we could expand if we need to. And we'll put a small station there. Now they have demand, but not supply. So why don't we start a train out of Paris? Let's go out of Brussels. Brussels to Le Mans. Okay. And that's probably enough enough to get us into trouble now. Now, when we get some, when some of these trains start hitting and we make some money, we will start double tracking so that they can pass each other. Because this right here is going to get busy and slow and cost us a lot of money. We're going to build up these stations and have ourselves a nice passenger line here. Okay, so there's our first little, there we go, we got two of them. That's got a lot of money. All right, let's do the double track first. Well, no, I'll tell you what we'll do first. We make sure we have some, make sure we get at least one roundhouse in here. Water, sand here. And then in Brussels, let's get at least water and sand. And in Le Mans, let's get at least water and sand. Okay, and we still got some money left. Let's try to get double track going. Maybe if I selected it, it would do better. Track and the good bridge. So let's go from here. We go back from here. And then this way. Yeah, we don't have enough to go that far, but can we get that bridge? Nope. Can we get up to the bridge? Yeah. Alright. So 129, we don't have to worry about that. Oh, and the other thing, going to this bridge, I'm not sure why that bridge is there. Although I'm going to keep it, because I'm looking ahead to something else. How far back can we go? There. Ah, shoot. Slipsies. Okay. That's enough damage for that. Okay, keep running, guys. Okay, we finished the year. They're pleased with us. We're getting robbed right off the bat. Oh man! All right, let's just buy everybody. Let's look at our finances. Can we do some more bonds? We can. Can we issue some stock? We can. And so we got 1.8 million to play with. Okay, we've got activity here. Well, let's go to Brussels. That's actually kind of turned out to be our main one just for the moment. Large to post office. We definitely want customs because we're crossing that border into Belgium. So all the processing slows down. So we'll trump it up and then we'll go to Paris. Make it much more profitable, and then we'll go to Brussels. How much money? Oh, we got lots of money. Not Brussels, Le Mans. And we got plenty of money, so we're just going to make telegraph, large restaurant, saloon, and post office, and customs, and hotel, and a roundhouse. All right, good deal. And we still have some money left, so let's spend it. Let's get this double track going through here and get that bridge straightened out, and then let's pass that. Come out of here, come down like this to Le Mans, and then double track it through there like that. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's just make a quick plan now. That's a decent little engine there. Just those 3 trains running around. We'll do pretty well, and maybe we get another one going like Paris to Rennes. Would be good, or even Paris over here to Boulogne would be good. Paris to Rennes, I think, just kind of skipping Le Mans and going on down. Let's just do that. Game money, nah. Let's run it and do that. And then we'll talk about our industry plan. We had that train got robbed, so that's hurting us, but we're still making pretty good money here. Ooh, no water. Well, that shouldn't be an issue after, or no oil. That should not be an issue now. We've got oil at all three of those stations, so all these should do just fine. All right, let's slow down for a moment. Let's go down here and put Rennes into this, and we definitely want to pick up this coal. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there we go. That's a beautiful spot. It picks up all the houses, that industry, and all three coal. Let's make this a nice place to telegraph. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if will we need customs in Rennes? No, I don't think so. That'll work. And let's come out of here and then down from here. And that is not updated. That's just an error. We've seen that before. Ignore that. All right, and let's get a train running from Paris to Rennes. Okay. And we could probably run more trains on this. Let's just look. There's some in Le Mans, Rennes, Brussels. Yeah, we've tapped out Paris, looks like. Probably because that train would just start. We'll go with this for now. We might even add some more trains, but okay. And let's just quickly talk about a little plan for industry. The one we want to get to is the steel mill. It's the most profitable, and it has all this other stuff with it. You have to run coal and iron to it, and I'll show you the key to the coal and iron in a bit. But if we can actually make money on all the coal and all the iron and the steel mill, and then send the steel to a goods producer like this tool and die in Paris, make goods, make money on those, and ship those off to our cities. So we definitely want a steel mill. Now we've got options here. We've got one here in Bourges. We've got one here in Le Mans. We've got one over here in Toulouse. And yeah. So I'd like to have one centralized, and actually would like to have it close to the iron and coal. So that to me says right here. That would be a great spot for a steel mill. And then we can use the Paris tool and die as our first target there. So let me let it run a little bit, get us some money, and we'll start setting up our steel mill and the coal and iron. And the thing we're going to do is count the iron. We're going to count how much iron we have or how much coal. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Another year has passed. They're very happy with us. We'll buy some more stock randomly, and then we'll go out and issue some more bonds. They won't let us issue stock. So now we got some money to work with. So I'm going to stop it again because I don't want it to run away. I don't want the time to run away from us too quickly. So what we'll do, of course, is pick up iron, ship it to here. Pick up coal, ship it to here. When the coal and iron are both there, we'll end up making 1 coal, 1 iron makes 2 steel. See this? That's beautiful. Then we'll ship the steel to Paris, make goods, and then ship those out. And we'll get into how we do that later. But that's going to be our main thing, is to do that. And then this other thing I want to do very, very quickly See, we already have our 3 competitors, so you get 3 on this, and that's great. They built out here away from us. I really want to have England as well, because if we look at England, we can count there's 1, 2, 3 iron and 1, 2, 3 coal in England, and a steel mill here in Portsmouth, and there's goods in right down here. There's a tool and die shop in what is that? In Bristol. So in Bristol, there's a tool and die shop. So we can set up a kind of a level 3 steel operation in England and make good money there. And I think that's going to be our second thing. So we're going to set up, and we would even move over there more quickly and do that potentially even first to make sure the competition doesn't go there. But it looks like our competitors have all settled. And let's just make sure there's a bunch of competitors. I don't know. Sometimes these guys are here just as like stock buyers. And Brunel. And yours truly. I don't know. We could do England first. Yeah, why don't we? Let's do England first just to be sure. I'm fairly certain we'll be okay if we waited, but I don't want to take that chance. So let's just go do England first and get it going with our 2.4 million. That won't get everything, but what we can do first is set up a nice little passenger setup here in England so that we can make some money that way. And I think for the passengers, I'd like to have one almost like just a loop like that, because if we look at where the iron is coming in from over here, and it's going to have to go to Portsmouth, and the coal is from kind of up here into Portsmouth, so we're always coming in from the west. And I think what I'd like to do is keep the passenger flow out here. Maybe these four, maybe Liverpool, Manchester combined, Birmingham, London, and Portsmouth, and we could come down there. Yeah, and have a straight line here to Bristol, which we need anyway for the tool and die, and that way we can get the iron and coal down here without having them kind of crossed up, having the traffic combined. We may even have a separate station for doing that. So let's go out and get access to England. I don't know if it'll cost us more now. That's political view, England, consult. 107. Okay, we'll take that. So now we should have access to building here. You know what I did? I do that all the time. I've done that multiple times. England, consult. I hit OK. Yeah, I like that. Well, we want to purchase the rights. Okay. Here we go. Now we're talking. So let's think about this in terms of if we had 2 stations so they didn't mess each other up. We could put one here and one out there, right? This could be our passenger, this could be our freight. The freight could, we could even have separate lines. We could do all kinds of fancy stuff. Let's do this. Let's do one right here. And we'll start out making them all like basics. Okay. So there's one in Portsmouth. Let's put one in London that's going to come double track, good bridges, come out of Portsmouth. You know what? Quick comment. Solius asked me, are you making any money on milk? I think he was referring to all that milk I did in that knitting with iron. And I looked it up, and apparently there is a problem with the game where you just, especially on hard, you just don't make any money on milk. And to the extent there that I'm just going to blow up that milk because we just don't want it. Now let's just make sure we can get. What are we doing? Why does it do that? Why is it there? I just want to. I just wanted to know where can we put a bridge. Okay, that gets us into London. And we've got enough to go on to Birmingham. So Birmingham, not Birmingham. Birmingham. Let's put it. Right there will do. Okay. And figure out how we're going to get. Ooh, I don't like that slope. Shoot. Let's kill that. Let's come out of here straight for a little bit and then come over. Like this. Try to come out. Well, that's all right. Like that. So, thought about it for a second. We spent some money to put that in there. I do not like that station going up that hill because we can do better than that. So let's do better than that. Let's delete that station after spending all that money. Delete this track. And let's put this station in turned this way. So like this. See, we can still pick up everything we want, but keep everything nice and flat. There's one little house I'd like to get up there, but you know what? Yeah, let's get that house. And then let's go back here and bulldoze some more. Okay. And let's run this thing double track good like that. Come on. There we go. Like this and connect. So now we got a clean, smooth, not big slope kind of a thing. Yeah, it's much better. And let's see how we can do Manchester and Liverpool. And they're going to be kind of the end point of all this. So at least from the passenger point of view. Although I think they might be a pass-through for this. Yeah, they probably will. So if we could turn them this way without a big slope, that would be nice. Like this. And get all those houses up there. You can kind of tuck it in right there. There is a slope, but that's just going for the coal, and that's okay. It's going to come down. It's going to come down kind of empty now. There. That gets all those houses and the industries and everything in case we want them. So cool. All right. And let's see how we're going to hook it up before we commit to upgrading the station. And we kind of like to have a little straightway coming out of this. And we kind of like to have a little more money. Go make us some money. Notice it's we finished 2 years. We're well into our third year and we haven't done any industry yet. That's perfectly all right. All right, there we go. Now we got some money. Let's bring it back down here for a second, down slow, and go out like this for a little bit. And then let's go down like straight out of here and connect in like so. Gentle curves, and that should be a beautiful passenger line. And as I said, we can add one more in here. Now, then the question becomes, do we want a passenger line? We're definitely going to have to haul steel back here. And we're going to bring goods out to all these cities as well. I don't think it's a problem if we share the here. If we share the, moving the steel and the goods with passengers, not a big deal. So let's do a large station, kind of set like this in Bristol. That gathers. Can we get those? We can even get those right there. There we go. All right, so now we've got Bristol, and we hook it up. So just come out of there straight a bit. Come out of here straight a bit, then we'll hook them up like that. Okay. So there, that's kind of sort of a loop. And we could turn it into a loop if we wanted to add some track, but I kind of don't, actually do not want to. Okay. Now let's go back through and make these at least. I think we'll go like this at each one. Make sure we have the essentials to keep our trains running at a minimum. Look at all that coal and Ren. Oh, we haven't set up that side yet. Yeah, that's going to be sweet when we get there. This one's Portsmouth's good. Birmingham needs roundhouse, telegraph, sand, water. We got the money. And let's let it run a bit. And we'll make sure London and Manchester are in good shape. Oh, we don't even have it. Jeez. We don't even have a station in London yet. Running this way would be that guy. Good. It can pick up everything. Okay. We got a station there, and we want 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll come back in a minute. Okay. Okay. And we'll go with the roundhouse here. And Paris, Brussels, Liverpool. Let's fix Liverpool and we've got at least the start. Sandwater, roundhouse. Okay. Okay, so now let's fire off some trains. Now I think just to do something different. Let's do, let's slow this down for a minute. Do the Iron Duke. And we're going to say, start in Bristol with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you just pick up whatever you got, drop off as long as there's demand. If there's no demand, just hang on to your cargo and take it somewhere else. And then we're going to have that thing go here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just going to go up and back in short loops. And that's one. And then let's get another one. And we can start it at Liverpool at that end. And we can start one in London. And we can start one in Birmingham the second time. That'll be all right. And let's do another one. Doesn't matter. I just start in Portsmouth. Okay, so we got some trains running passenger lines. Let's let that run and make us some money, and then we'll trump up these stations, and then we'll be ready to start our industry stuff. So we're using a lot of time here. This extra thing here with all these passengers is taking some time. No question about that. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Paris, Brussels, Le Mans, Birmingham. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back to Birmingham in just a minute. There we go. And do that. Liverpool. And Bristol. I think that gives us a fully decked out passenger, Now we have a really good, extra good engine. Maybe even took too long getting it together. All right, so we're going to buy that steel mill. We're going to buy that tool and die factory. We're going to go out here and pick up with small stations. We're going to pick up this guy. And let me think about this. I think I do want a separate station out here. It could be a small station as long as it'll pick up that steel. Maybe may take a medium. We'll see. Running this way like that guy. Yeah, see, he won't quite do it. So let's do a medium. There, that's good enough right there. This is going to be a little freight station in Portsmouth. In fact, we'll just call this Portsmouth Freight. Okay, and in Portsmouth Freight, we'll have a roundhouse, sand, water, telegraph poles. Okay, and then we're going to have a small station out here, a Cardiff Crossing, and it will have sand and water and telegraph. And we'll let it run a little bit. There, we've seen our first signs of industry profits. Interest, 400,000, 400,000, big deal. Okay, good, good. So we got a lot of money. So okay, now we got $9 million to work with. So let's just go ahead and set this up. So what's going to happen? Down here, we're going to make our, see, it's making a profit. I don't know how, but we can. There's no steel here. Do we already have steel going back? Is there demand for steel in Portsmouth? What's going on here? Demand. Iron, yes. Oh, I see. We're probably making industry profit. I'm sorry. We could be making a little bit from that. Yeah, that's making money now. That's making money. And let's quickly talk about the key to having these guys make money. See how he's losing money? The key is to have the trains running and delivering to wherever they sell their goods, and making sure that that's timely, that you're not hanging on to stuff here. So you just need to make sure you have enough trains running to get all the goods down here, like in this case, to get the iron here. If we can get the iron here and kind of, quote, sell it, unquote, even though it's really ours, then we'll make profit on these iron mines. And it's the same with the coal, it's the same with farms or anything that you run like that, any raw material. We aren't making steel yet, and I don't know how he's making money, because he hadn't seen any coal yet, so he can't make any steel. So that's a little weird. The accounting here is a little weird. We didn't buy those, did we? Buy that. Buy that. Okay. All right, so we own all 6 of the mines. We own the steel mill. We own this. So he hadn't made any money yet either. Well, and that won't be reported till next year anyway, probably. What do we know we got to do? Okay, we have to run the steel over here to the steel mill, and then the goods. So what I propose we do is just have a train that goes from regular Portsmouth to Bristol, and he's always loaded with steel, and he comes back with goods, and we do this: we sell demanded cargo, store the rest at this station for pickup by a later train. So this train, our trains that are hauling the steel to the goods are going to bring the goods back to Portsmouth. We'll sell them in Portsmouth as long as we can, and then as we accumulate and we see they're piling up in Portsmouth, we'll start sending them maybe to London and then see if they pile up there, or just send them around all over the place. So I think we just did one of those. Yeah. All right. So whoops. I want to be looking at that one, and let's get a couple more of those. 2 and 3. And let's start running that and see what happens. And we should see coal coming down real soon. Come on, guys, send us some coal. Yeah, see, we're getting close to having them loaded, and I could send them and let them go. We had a train wreck on our passenger line. We'll replace it. Here we go. There comes steel, of course. The coal is almost ready, so we'll get a whole bunch of coal coming down here soon, and we should start seeing some profits. And then we'll declare success on this side, I think. At least for the minute, until we have to go back and adjust these deliveries. Okay, we're at 1865, so we want to get moving here. Here we go. This has got to be coal, doesn't it? Yeah, there's coal. Finally some coal coming our way. Okay, another year. They're highly excited. Slow it down for a second and see if we've done anything. And we'll buy everybody. In 1864 we did 64 we did 44, 65 we did 37 in industry profit, grand total of 63, which doesn't add up with that, so I don't know how that works. Oh, I see, because we lost money in 1863. Okay. So our last year, 37,000. So we got a lot of work to do, right? I do want to stay with this. We'll declare success when we see some coal come in here, see some steel going over here, and see some goods going back to Portsmouth. We'll declare success at that point. So we should, here we go. Here comes our first train of steel, and here comes our second train of steel coming over here to Bristol. They should immediately turn right back around and take goods back here to Portsmouth. There goes one. Here goes the other one. Now we've got goods coming back to Portsmouth. Like this guy here, this train. He drops them off in Portsmouth. And I'm going to pause for a second so we can look at this. And there's no goods stacked up. But see, now he has a demand of 0. I don't know what will be interesting. It's probably because the first train sold him. Now, the thing it does I don't like is it takes any demand and sells it all. I thought it would just sell however much was demanded. So like if we were bringing 6 back and it demands 3, it would sell 3 and store the other 3. But I think it just, if there's demand, it sells it. So I think this guy sold it all to Portsmouth. Now I'm hoping this next guy comes in and he'll store it here in Portsmouth. We'll see. You know, we'll see these stations with the. They're pleased with us. Okay. All right. Let's look now that we've done that. Let's look at our station right here now. Are there any goods? There's 0 supply of goods, and I would think there should be. A little confused. That may not work for us. We may have to run trains to each city, which is no big deal. We can do that. But we should actually be seeing some kind of profit here. There we go. We're getting a profit out of the tool and die. Getting a pretty good profit out of our steel mill. And all right, life is good. So now we're starting to make some money on industry. We've got a great economic engine going with our passenger lines in England and France, and no problems there whatsoever. And next time we will fine-tune this to get that goods delivery corrected, and then we'll set up our big boy, which is actually over here in France. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railroad Tycoon 2 Platinum video. Thank you.